In the world of marketing, we spend a lot of time talking about retention. It's one thing to build a relationship. It's another thing entirely to maintain it over the years of changing markets, shifting goals, and changing distance. As a mother of 3, with a couple of kids who are now young adults and entering that launch phase, I have realized that the most high-stakes retention work I will ever do happens within the 4 walls of my own home. We work so hard to give our kids the wings they need to take on the world. But as an executive who travels and as a mom who has seen her kids head off to college and work, I've started to ask a different question. How do we make sure the roots stay deep even as their wings take them far away? Today, we're going to talk about the architecture of connection, how to lead your family through your transition from manager to consultant without losing the heart of your relationship. And stick around because I have a very special mission-driven gift that I want to share with those of you navigating a graduation season right now. When our kids are little, we are the CEOs of their lives. We manage the schedule, we dictate the culture of the home, we handle every crisis. But as they hit those late teen years and early adulthood, the structure has to change. If you try to stay the CEO when they are ready to be the founders of their own lives, you create friction. That can create a bad partnership. In the professional world, I would say you need to move into an advisory role. You become a consultant. You're there to provide the framework, the wisdom, and the support, but you're no longer the one making the day-to-day decisions. This is one of the hardest transitions for a high-achieving leader to make at home because we're so accustomed to fixing things. But integration means realizing that your greatest influence now comes from your connection, not your control. I've spent a lot of my career working in environments where team members are spread across the country and the world. I've learned that you can sit in the same room with someone and be 1,000,000 miles apart, and you can be 1,000 miles away and be perfectly in sync. The same is true for your family. As your kids start to take on the world, proximity is no longer a given. You have to replace being there with being intentional. For our family, that has looked like making sure that we check in with regular phone calls, even when there really wasn't much to say. I send them silly things like Valentine's cards and chocolates, and on occasion have even managed to schedule flight layovers where my daughter is with enough time to have a quick meal together. And of course, everybody in the family gets regular updates about which critters are showing up in the backyard. The regulars all have names. These intentional actions keep the lines of communication open. But when the distance makes your anxiety spike, and it sometimes does, you need more than a communication plan. You need an anchor. This is where being faith-led really, really matters. When our kids leave our immediate ecosystem, it's easy for our anxiety to go through the roof. We want to be there to protect them and guide them. But leading with faith means trusting that operating system we talked about in the last video. It means realizing you are not the one watching over them. When my dad passed away recently, I was reminded once again that the roots we plant are not only for today. They're also for the generations that come after us. Our job isn't to be the anchor that holds our kids back. Our job is to point them toward the anchor that will hold them steady no matter where they sail. When your kids see you grounded in your faith despite a high-pressure career, you're giving them a roadmap for their own future. Because I believe so deeply in this idea of intentional connection, I decided to do something a little different this month. So I wrote a book called An I Love You Book for People About to Take on the World. I wrote it specifically for a launch moment, for the high school senior, the new grad, the young adult starting their first job. It's designed to help be the roots that they carry with them. Usually you can find this on Amazon, but for the next month, I want to give you a signed copy. I'm giving away a limited number of signed books for free. All I ask is that you cover the shipping and handling to get it to your door. My goal isn't just to sell a book. It's to help you facilitate a moment of connection with your graduate as they head out into the world. It's my way of supporting the integrated life you're building. I want you to be able to write your own consultant's note in the front and give them something tangible to hold on to. As you grab your book, here are 3 practical rituals to help keep that connection strong as your roles shift. So number 1 is the low stakes check-in. At work you might call this a stand-up. At home, it's a text with no ask attached, just a thinking of you or a funny meme. Number 2, shared spiritual rhythms. Even though you aren't in the same house, it doesn't mean you can't be in the same word. If there's a verse or a reflection that hits you during your morning prayer, you need to share it. You need to share that. And the third is the consultant question. So the next time they come to you with a problem, instead of just giving the answer, ask, how can I best support you in this right now? Connection is the only thing that survives the launch. Your title will change, your office might change, your kids' zip codes will definitely change, but the heart of the connection you build today is what lasts. If you're ready to grab one of the signed copies of an I Love You book for people about to take on the world, click the link in the description right now. Once the giveaway copies are gone, they are gone. And while you're there, don't forget to grab my free guide, The Faith-Led Executive. It's a resource I built specifically for people like us who are trying to lead with excellence without losing our peace. Thanks for being part of this journey with me. I'll see you in the next video.